How's it going? So great to have the opportunity to chat.
I'm doing well. Hello, Glenn. I love your movie collection.
Why, thank you. It's a passion, and it's great to talk to people like yourselves. Straight out of the gate here, I just want to say that in Australia we have this thing where we're really proud of Aussies that do well in America, and Angori Rice is someone that we love. What was she like to work with as the lead in this film?
I think Angari is one of the most humble, um, kind, creative, collaborative, uh, just she is the type of person you want to just hug her every time you see her. And to watch her in her element, to watch her work and be such a professional and to bring so much authenticity to Katie and to bring her own spin. I would do any project with Ngari Rice, anything.
Did she drop her accent between takes? Did she revert back to the Aussie?
I feel like it was very 50-50. I think because she's such a professional, she did her best to stay in it in between takes. But for the most part, something would slip, or we would be talking about like a snack food from Australia. And I'm like, girl, what's that? And just like moments like that, her teaching me about Kylie Minogue because I wasn't familiar, and she was like, "Are you not familiar with Kylie Minogue?"
That's a good question.
Um, Look, sorry. Yeah,
So what was your relationship with the original movie before this? Like, is it something that you grew up with and did you know it well?
absolutely. I feel like it's impossible to be alive and not know anything about Mean Girls. You have no choice. And for me, I found it through my sister. She watched the movie because, of course, I think it was, she felt it was geared toward her, or at least my mother did, a teenage girl. And then somewhere in between her watching it, I sat there and I was like, who is this guy who's like with all these girls and like he's not like the other boys, like me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hanging with all the girls, and I'm not like all the other boys. And I felt a real connection to him. Prior to getting cast and being a part of this project, there was always a connection to Damien.
Mm.
And it's mind blowing to even say that I have played this character as Jaquel, as a black man. It's just really an honor. It's really dope.
Did you at school, did you used to say, you go Glen Coco?
I was more of a she doesn't even go here type of guy. But
Yeah.
may have been a you go Glen Coco around Christmas, when the candy canes came.
And had you seen the musical adaptation as well?
I did. I saw the musical. I didn't get to see it in person, but that's the wonders of a Broadway bootleg. You can see it from wherever, whenever. And that was how I got to view it. Yeah.
Awesome. And like, did you feel any pressure stepping into this character that had been so well established and so beloved by a lot of people?
Absolutely. I felt the pressure, but also I felt the uh the respect that everyone had for this movie. I felt the love that everyone had for this movie. And we all walked into this knowing that one, we were chosen by Tina Fey. Uh, and also, no one had plans, even our directors, Art and Sam, to remake anything or try to replace anything. We
Yeah.
are just adding, just the same way the Broadway show did wasn't intended to take over anything. It's just to add to the legacy. And we this was a discussion we had on day one. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, if that's how we're moving with this project, that takes off a lot of pressure because we get to come at this story from a different angle.
Yeah, right. I was going to ask that, like, how were you given direction on this? But that makes a lot of sense too, because when you watch this film, it does feel fresh. It is different. It's like a companion, which I love. But
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
spoke of the directors. Like, what do they like to work with as a husband and team? Like, do they have disagreements? Are they on the same page? And how does that work?
Well, I think there was it was a mix of things because though they are one and they're a unit, they also are coming from different perspectives. So there were days when it was like, well, Art feels this way, so let's try that. But Sam feels this way, and let's also try that. And I think that's what I loved the most about them as a team was rather than use the difference of opinions to separate the direction, it brought it together as a way of saying these are choices that we can try. And then on the day when they're editing everything and fixing everything in post, which choice works the best? And for me, as an actor that comes from the theater, I love being able to just play. And they gave us that room. So it was nice to be in a playful environment with this project.
Did you feel like there's a different discipline coming from the theater to film? Like, was it
Absolutely.
what was the big fundamental difference for you?
I think the big difference was going from an audience of 500 people to one, going
Yeah.
from an audience that is all these living, breathing humans to a robot with a lens. And you have to give that robot the performance of your life, just as honest, just as specific. Um, but you also have to find a way to truly connect. I think with theater, it's a lot easier to connect with the audience than the people on stage.
Yeah.
And with film, you have to connect with the person you are in the scene with. And I love that. We have to listen to each other and we
What
have to
about
really
having
be
having
open.
sorry, having the ability to like do retakes and things like that? Was that a bit liberating, or was there more
Oh, I
freedom on
loved
stage?
it. I loved it, but I think I'm also very used to getting it, not to sound arrogant, but I think we are taught in theater you have to get it right the first time. So
Yeah.
it's like if you give me a note, you probably don't have to give me that note again. I'm gonna take it the first time and we got it. But it's nice to have a couple of choices, try again in case you flub the line.
Awesome. And I just want to quickly touch upon Tina Fey, obviously, and you've also got Tim Meadows reprising his role from the original. Having them on board, was that did it feel like a bit of royalty on board? No, how are those two being back on set? Did they love being there?
Well, I believe they did. I think the most thrilling experience for me on this project was the fact that Tina Fey and Tim Meadows now go down in history as my first scene partners on screen. Because the
Amazing.
first thing I ever filmed was the talent show. So I have Tim Meadows to my left, and I have Tina Fey as Miss Norberry on piano on my right. And this is the first thing that I have ever done on camera. So it's like, here we go. You're filming the movie day one. Let's do it. And I met them expecting to meet the celebrities, and I
Yeah.
met the people, and that felt really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to shake Tim Meadows' hand and say thank you for the ladies' man because I love that film. And finally, Lorne Michaels as well. Did he have much involvement? Did you get to meet him? Was he on set?
Yes, but Lauren was on set, Mr. Michaels. But I also feel that there was this thing with him of letting us do our work rather than coming in and being like, "Hi, Lauren Michaels, the king of SNL and the king of, Rockefeller Center. Here I am." It was more so they're working. And I really respect that, his care for us in this project. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, look, thank you so much for taking time out for people like myself to have a chat about the film. It's really fun, and you do a remarkable job. Like you are fantastic in it. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you.
You do. Bye.
Oh, hell no!
Move. Hey, PG-13, please. What was
Oh
that?
Lord, it's the queen bee.
Regina George.
Don't look her in the eye.
You could be really hot if you change, everything.
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring.
Welcome to Health and Human Sexuality. We'll be getting into abstinence, of course, then followed by in the spring, condoms and choking.
You're learning things now that I don't know how to teach.
Are you okay in there? We're concerned you're either doing drugs or having a toilet baby.
Ew. We as women have to be able to support each other. Get in, loser. Welcome, Katie. You're never gonna believe what I found this morning. Your burn book.
Mom, go make snacks.
For sure, Regina, yeah.
Do you like gum?
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't have any. I was just...
You're a mess.
We will help you, Katie.
Why are you dressed so scary?
It's Halloween.
Katie, if you don't dress slutty, that is slut-shaming us.
That's just unprofessional.
What? What's this?
We're gonna make her pay.
All we've done is make Regina hotter and revive the wet look.
Dance break.
Who wrote all this junk?
Katie pushed her.
Regina really should be lifting through her glutes.
Look at this thing. I can't even see it. Like a face breast.
Je m'appelle Katie.
Incorrect.
You have to pick a French name.
Chanel.
No.
Celine Dion.
No.
Beyonce.